There are over 70 different wildlife animals needing urgent medical attention as we speak, and Holly's Haven Wildlife Rescue is hoping to raise awareness of the impact of population growth of baby raccoon, fawn, skunks, porcupines, and foxes. And joining me today is Lynn Rowe. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
First of all, let's just talk a little bit about Holly's Haven and what your organization is all about.
Holly's Haven is my little homegrown wildlife refuge. It's volunteer run. It exists purely on donations and generosity from the public. And yeah, we take in orphaned and injured wild mammals in this region, actually covering all of Eastern Ontario because there are so few wildlife rescues. And on top of that, we answer hundreds of messages from the public, trying to provide them with education and coaching on living with wildlife, trying to determine what our role can be in helping them in different situations.
And tell us what type of wildlife that you take in. We heard a little bit about skunks and raccoons.
Yeah, the troublemakers are my favorites.
Are those the little raccoons?
The raccoons and the skunks, yes.
Oh, who's this little guy?
I adore them. Oh, this is a fawn we took in temporarily, and one of our lovely summer students feeding the fawn. And
these are your favorite?
Some of our little raccoons. They are adorable.
Yes.
I know they can cause mischief, but they're always just trying to survive.
Yeah.
And this is one of our volunteers feeding our porcupet.
Okay.
The official word for a baby porcupine.
Ah.
And this is a fox we took in that had a broken arm.
Oh no, yeah,
So,
you can see the little cast on it. So what does your haven do? You basically take in these animals, rehabilitate them, and do you introduce them back to the wild?
Absolutely, that is always the goal, is to get them as healthy as possible and ensure they have access to all the things they need to develop those skills to go back into the wild. We make sure they're super healthy.
Yeah, okay. And how does this work in terms of, my question to you is, in terms of handling by humans, does it kind of hinder them going back into the wildlife? Are they more comfortable with humans? You said there's very special care that goes into it.
Yeah, there is, and we have to know each species. Some species we have to be extremely careful not to expose them too much to human interactions. So some we have to be very hands-off and limit how many people are doing the care for that animal. We try to make very natural environments for them so they can hide and dig and do all those natural behaviors. Some animals are more adaptable and we don't have to worry as much. The raccoons actually are happy when we're there to serve them, and then they're happy to say goodbye and never see us again.
So it really depends on the species of animals. Tell us about the need right now, because you're kind of at capacity and there's still room for more animals to be taken in.
Yeah, well, yes. Every year during June, all the rehab centers throughout Ontario reach capacity. So, and yet there are still hundreds and hundreds of calls coming in asking us to take in more. At Holly's Haven, we have more property. We can expand, but to do that, we need the funds, we need donations, we need sponsors who will help us keep the lights on and make sure there's someone to answer all those messages. Right now we can barely keep on top of the messages, so we need sponsors who will help cover ongoing costs. Perhaps some corporate sponsors who are doing those huge developments in our area could help support the work we're doing. We have Amrise, is donating a huge load of crushed gravel to get us started, but we're looking at other businesses that might be able to pitch in a day of labor or some physical items that we need.
Thank you so much for joining us. And the best way to donate and maybe help lend a helping hand is to head to your website?
Yeah, we'll have different options there, including our current GoFundMe.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.